After 9 months inside, Moazzaz Abayat struggled to walk away from the Israeli jail in which he was held. He appeared disorientated and unsteady. His right arm was fractured, and weighing just 54 kilos, this former bodybuilder was half the man he'd been when he was arrested. Yes, this is him before. From a hospital bed in his hometown of Bethlehem, he asked, "Will they kill me? They want to come and kill me." The Negev prison is like Guantanamo, he said. It's beyond what the mind can comprehend: killing, beating, hunger, poverty, and sickness. But while he stumbled out alive, these are 3 of the 60 detainees known to have died in Israeli custody since October the 7th. Omar Dagamesh had a heart condition and did not get the medication he needed to stay alive. Arafat Hamdan had diabetes and died when it wasn't treated properly. Abdul Rahman Elbash lost his life after being beaten severely by prison guards. In these 3 cases, the cause of death was confirmed by an Israeli physician who, at the request of the families, attended the post-mortem examinations. Fearful of reprisals, this whistleblowing physician wants to remain anonymous, but he described his findings and his feelings in this exclusive interview with ITV News.
One of the main feelings that I sense was an overall sadness, just given my concerns about how these detainees are held. And there were obvious signs that the conditions of detention were extremely poor.
I asked him about the young man violently assaulted. You're not talking about slaps around the face?
No, there were fairly severe signs of assault, including fractures to bones. In this case, the patient had broken ribs and he had bleeding within his abdomen. Dying at a young age because of physical assault, I think, sets the bar very low.
The strain on the rule of law here was exposed last week when right-wing protesters stormed a detention centre demanding the release of guards arrested on suspicion of raping a male detainee. The mob included Knesset members, one of whom declared that the guards deserved immunity regardless of their actions. This is wartime Israel, and criticising the treatment of Palestinian prisoners is risky for any Israeli.
I think it's honestly scary to speak out and discuss my opinion freely, so I'd rather do it just because I believe it's important, but the consequences of doing that might be severe today.
His testimony is backed up by a report just published by an Israeli human rights group which describes widespread systemic abuse and, since October the 7th, the absence of restraint. John Irvine, News at 10, Tel Aviv.
Look here, 3 girls were killed by that kid in Southport. 3 girls were killed. However, 186,000 Palestinians have been killed, most of them are children. Do you see us burning every synagogue that supports the Israeli regime? Do you see us holding innocent people responsible? You don't. We're coming in peace. And imagine our anger, imagine how we feel every day in Chechnya, in Syria, Iraq, Palestine, Kashmir, Mali, Libya, everywhere. We see our children killed. We don't behave in a manner that you see these hooligans behaving in, because they don't care for their girls. They're here for violence and they're here because they hate us. A black Christian man born in Wales killed them girls. But who they're directing their anger at? They're directing it at Muslims only. Why? Why? Because their agenda is anti-Islam. Look here, 3 girls were killed